Hi students, Mr. Metelsky here, and today we are going to be looking at finding the distance using the distance formula. And this is where you're given 2 points. Maybe you're given the coordinates like we are here, -4, 5, and 2, 2, 2. Maybe you're given a line and you have to identify the points. Either way, you're going to be using the distance formula, which is this formula right up here. Okay. Now, in order to use that, we're going to have to make sure that we properly label the given coordinate. So what we're going to do underneath, we're going to write x1, y1, and x2, y2. And that way we have everything set up properly, everything's labeled, so it's just a matter of plugging things in. Now what I like to do, and you've heard me say this before, is to draw the framework. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the big radical sign. I'm going to draw our sets of parentheses with subtraction signs in between them, and the squareds. And this way I have everything set up for my problem. Now it's just a matter of plugging in the different values. So here we go. Our first value we need to plug in is x1. Well, if we find x1, that's right here, that's -4. So we're going to plug that in the first spot, -4. Minus x2, well, x2 we have is 2. So that was our x2 value here. Then we're going to continue and do that for y. So our next part of the formula is y1. And y1 is right here, which is 5. And then y2, which is our last one right here, which is 2. So all we did was we substituted the values into the problem. And I first drew my framework so that everything went pretty easily inside. Okay, using the distance formula usually depends on you just making sure that you're keeping everything in order and not forgetting any details. So here we go. We are going to start to evaluate. So order of operations tells us that we have to do parentheses first. So inside this parentheses we have -4 minus 2, which is -6. Notice that I'm still keeping it in parentheses because it's the quantity of whatever this is squared, and this happens to be -6. Plus 5 minus 2, which is 3, so we have 3 squared. All right, here we go. Now, some people might forget in this step, this -6 squared, they might have written it like this. And -6 squared is -36. But we don't have that. We have -6 squared, which is -6 times -6. So that's really 36. And 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. And 36 plus 9 is 45. So we have square root of 45. Now, there's two options here. We could, if we wanted to, get a decimal approximation for root 45. So if we do that, we would get about 6.7. Or you might be asked to simplify that square root, simplify the radical. And that's where we would go through and we would try to find the biggest square root that divides into 45. That happens to be 9, so we could break up 45 into 9 times 5. So root 9 times root 5. And we know root 9 is 3. So we could make this 3 root 5. So this is the rounded version. This is the precise version. All right. Best of luck.